All right, so today we just got a new knife in. So what I always like to do when I get a new knife is kind of work on that factory edge. So they do come, you know, relatively sharp out of the factory. Not amazing, but yeah, they do come pretty sharp. So we're gonna start on the coarse grit side real quick, kind of set that angle. It's about 10 passes. Yeah, we're starting to get a burr, a few more. Just need a few more. All right, just a couple more on the end there. Get it. All right, we got the burr. All right, now we'll switch to some alternating. Again, I do most of my work on the coarse side just because it is faster. And if you can do it in fewer strokes, you reduce the chances of changing your angle. Inspect that edge, see where we're at. Looks good. So when I'm inspecting the edge like that, I'm just checking for the scratch pattern, making sure it looks even everywhere. Looks pretty good. You can probably tell right now this knife is already going to be so much sharper. All right. Flip it over to the 1200 grit sign again, using the sharp pawl. I think 1210, I think is what this one is. We're really just refining that apex a little bit, refining that scratch pattern, making it look nice and shiny. Do you have to use a finer grit than the coarse? No, you really don't. You can get a knife wicked sharp on a coarse grit with a strop. However, like I said, shiny. This just helps refine that scratch pattern, so it gives the knife a cleaner looking edge. We're going to go to cleaner edge. We're going to make sure we have worked that burr off by using lighter and lighter passes along the stone. Let's look at it, see how we did. Yeah. Much nicer looking pattern for sure. Right there. Yeah, right there. It's not quite where it needs to be. So I can tell that by two ways. I can tell by the edge. So I'm watching to see how the light shines off of the edge there. I can tell it's a little dull right there on that part of the knife. Probably came out of the factory that way. Yeah, on both sides. Some do the grind pattern on there, so we'll try it a bit more right here on the corner just to see if we can work on that one section of blade. Oh yeah, that did it. There we go. That shined it right up nice. Right there. And sometimes I'll do just a few more passes. Not for any real purpose, just because I enjoy the sound. And let's be honest, sharpening a knife is just plain fun, you know? All right, let's see. This is an old card. We got the old Christmas card. Sharp. Sharp. All right, let's run it on the strop. So I got a 3000 grit side. So I do have a friend of mine. He never strops his knife because he just doesn't want them that sharp, which is okay. You don't need it to necessarily be that sharp, but it's fun. butter right there. There we go. Look how it just slices so well. Let's do it this way too. Let's just grab my This is a napkin, just a little single ply napkin. Downside of napkins, they're very, very flimsy. This isn't so flimsy, pretty hard here, but it's a clean cut. It's just fun to cut stuff. Reminds me of making those snowflakes as a kid. There we go. So now we've taken the knife, shined it up, kind of fix the edge. Let's do it all the way down on the end there. Let's see if I can just shave. There we go. All right, nice sharp knife. Good fun. Edges shined up pretty. All set, and that's what we do with factory knives. See, it's straight out of the factory. I like to take it, prime up that edge, and get it even sharper.